Well, hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. It is a big game at Paradise at Elland Road as Leeds United take on Swansea in something which feels like a must-win game, with the opposition at the point of which they are, and at Leeds United at the point of which we what is going on in your world, everybody? Welcome back to the Connor McGilligan One Leeds fan channel. We are back with all of your Leeds United coverage throughout the day. We've got your instant match reaction. We have the fan forum later tonight at 8 p.m. Please come join. If you would consider as well joining the Patreon, we have bonus bits on there every single week. We have a full podcast out there of me, Jim, and Joe meeting up. Listen, bloopers in there, everybody, and it was an hour long of fun, which is on there as well. We also have this week and last week the live lounge, Leeds United live lounge, which is exclusive to Patreon. We've got some bonus merch bits coming as well if you want to get included in that, everybody. But welcome. How are you all doing? Let me know what you think in the comment section below to the lineup. You got the lineup on screen now. What do you make of it? I want to hear your thoughts, and yeah, stick with us throughout the day, shall we? Aronson, what the F? JBL says kind of expected it with Farker. Lee says Ampadu in, Tanaka out. Also, Farker's favourite, Aronson, William Johnson on the bench. The Queen song, Under Pressure, running round my head all day, but we'll do it 4-0, says M. Matt says, hi, Connor, loving the opening music. No excuses, Matt will be joining me later on the fan forum. Shout out to you, Matt. Hear you in the building, one of the loyalers. How you doing? Hear you. Not surprised Aronson is starting, as we all expect. It's just funny how Byram, some that shouldn't be with us in the Prem, starting ahead of Schmidt. Dormson says 3 points is a must this afternoon, Connor. Hope your blood pressure is going to be okay. How you doing, mate? How's it going? Adrian's in the building. Hi, Adrian. All Cup finals now. Let's win the first one today. Afternoon, Connor. Hi, Lee. John's in the building. Hi, John. What's going on, mate? Dormson says, listen, I love Amps, but he hasn't played in 5 games, surely. Ow. And Rothwell starts confident of a 3-0 win. 3-0 win. Leeds will dominate. Yeah, let's get into the chat, shall we, everybody? So immediately, I think we should discuss Brendan Aronson's inclusion. Let's just have a quick look at the starting lineup, shall we? If you just get on the old carousel and have a quick look. Okay, so we'll pause it there and we'll have just a little bit of a discussion as to this lineup. So straight off the bat, it was interesting. I mean, I got the lineup through, I'll be honest with you guys, and it actually said that Rodon was at left back, and I was slightly confused. I was like, what is Joe Rodon doing at left back? But no, Sam Byram is at left back. In the midfield, we've got Rothwell and Ampadu, DJ, Brendan Aronson, Manor Solomon, and Joel Pruitt up top. Okay, so primarily, everybody, what we need to, I think, focus on today is that it's all about getting the win. I don't care who's out there. I don't care what pressures they've been under. They are good enough to beat a Swansea side without anything to play for. They are good enough to beat this team. Okay? Good enough to beat this team. So regardless of who plays, I'm relatively confident today. Famous last words, potentially. If it was another game, if it was potentially, maybe even a Luton next week, I would be questioning some of the selection. Tougher game as in teams that have something to play for, which Swansea obviously don't. We saw Swansea play Burnley. We did a Watchalong on the second channel, Connor McGilligan channel, if you want to get involved in that, everybody. And it was appalling. Swansea were outrageously bad, and Burnley strolled to victory there in probably one of their easiest games of the season. So if we just look through that squad, we'll start actually from the back. So Sam Byram going in at left back. I don't mind that in terms of that has to happen with Junior Firpo. I guess that's the context, because Firpo has to be benched. Why? Because Junior Firpo has been on the other side of the world and has come back and will likely be fatigued. Look, we've all done it. We've all been on holidays where it's been long journeys, even if it has been in this country. You're knackered by the end of it. Going to the Dominican Republic is no easy task. So, yeah, I get the Firpo one. I completely understand that. What I would say is I think Leeds United are going to win today. I've got a 2-0 win. I think we'll win 2-0. What I will say is, what does Isaac Schmidt have to do? Plays with the Swiss national side. We know he trusts Byron. Isaac Schmidt said to a national broadcaster in midweek that, yes, obviously he's going to be looking at his future. He also said that Leeds United had promised him long-term that he's set in their plans. So I think that's my confusion with it all. if he's a long-termer, if he's set in their plans, why would you not start him versus Swansea at home when Junior Firpo's not available? It's very much like for like with Schmidt and Firpo, very much more like for like than Byram and Firpo. So it's not to say Sam's going to do a bad job. It's not to say people think I don't like Sam. I think Sam's been actually a really good signing for Leeds, but Sam has his limitations. I think naturally, if you're looking for a long-term option, which Leeds United are with Isaac Schmidt, I don't understand why you wouldn't bet him in. I don't understand if you're looking at him being at Leeds in the Premier League or even at Leeds next year, if worst comes to where in the Championship, why would you not start with him? For me, that just doesn't make a lot of sense. So that's kind of where I'm at with it when it comes to that. That is a little bit confusing because I think his confidence would be sky high at the minute when it comes to Schmidt. I mean, he must be absolutely over the moon, surely. And it's just very odd that Sam Byram, who, yes, has been back 2 weeks, but Schmidt, who's been away with internationals, played 68 minutes for the Swiss national side. Yakin, the manager, has come out and said how good he was and how competent and he won every single duel and how good he was. Why would you not play on that? He's barely had any minutes this season, so he's not going to be fatigued. It's not a Junior Firpo situation or an Al Tanaka situation where they've been playing so many minutes and then they've gone away. And also it's Switzerland. We're not talking about Japan and Dominican Republic. So that's what I just think that, you know, if you're going into the future setup with Leeds United, I would just be very much like, okay, well, let's play this guy into it. Let's play this guy into form, you know? Let's get him in. So it's not a major criticism on Daniel Farkas. I think Byram will be okay, but Byram doesn't offer as much as Schmidt would going forward. Like, the technical level is a lot lower, but I don't mind Sam Byram. I just don't understand if they've had a chat with Schmidt and they've said to Schmidt that you are the option going forward, as Isaac said midweek, and Leeds have got a plan for him. Why would the 24-year-old be omitted from the starting lineup after playing 68 minutes for Switzerland? I just don't understand it. I have to say, I just don't understand that. However, Byram, I don't have a problem with. I just don't understand the rhetoric around it. That's my confusion. We'll get into your comments in just a sec. Going a little bit into the midfield. Okay, more changes here. Rothwell and Perdue. Don't mind it. The reason Tanaka's not involved today is because, as I've just mentioned, jet lagged. I think he came back from Japan 10 to 12 hours ago. Never going to start today. Was always going to be a problem. If I'll take you all the way back, guys, to when Rafinha went to Southampton. Do you remember we played Southampton in the Premier League? I think we lost that game. It might have been, it was the Premier League, wasn't it? I think we lost that game. And everyone was like, why on earth wasn't Rafinha starting? He'd just come back from Brazil. I think he'd been back in the country for about 10, 12 hours. They're not going to start. This is what rotation does. You got Ethan Ampadu, which is a massive positive, everybody. The captain is back, baby. I'm just hoping Daniel Farker hasn't maybe rushed him into it like we've seen Ethan rushed into it before. He's rushed. He's back into it now. Massive. Your captain been back. Good little balance as well. Joe Rothwell. I don't think there's been anything between Rothwell and Tanaka, and that is actually it'll be nice to see. We should be, we should kind of be excited about that, in my opinion. Like, it's going to be nice to see Rothwell and Ampadu, right? I'm quite happy with that. I think it's a really, really good midfield. The only thing I question there is maybe the cohesion between them both, but I think we're overthinking that. Going a little bit forward, DJ. I actually, from what I saw, Jam, one of the Patreon members, a good friend of the channel, was speaking to Jam, and we've spoken to a couple of other Welsh lads who've spoken about Dan James actually been really good for Wales. He seemed to grow in stature. He seemed to grow when it came to fitness as well. It was absolutely bizarre. You thought he'd be knackered. Maybe he wouldn't play. Well, obviously he was going to play, but maybe he'd be taken off. But he played such a big part, goals, assists, man of the matches, I think, as well. He was excellent for Wales. So it feels like he's just grown into it, which is bizarre in terms of fitness with Dan James, but brilliant news. So hopefully DJ is back to his best, of which we have to be honest. DJ's probably been top 3 Leeds players this season. So if he's back to that level again, where he's just not snapshots, where it's really thinking about things a little bit better, where his shots aren't, his passing's not overcooked, he's not always cutting in on that left-hand side and having a bit of a lazy effort with his left foot. That's the Dan James that we want to see. Manor Solomon hasn't been amazing. However, I would keep Manor Solomon in this team. I think Manor Solomon has been the thing that has made Leeds tick in 2025, probably over any single Leeds player, and I'm very happy with him in that starting 11. And he is a bit of X factor as well. Joel Peru up top, obviously. I would like to see, I know a lot of you guys are maybe thinking to yourselves, there's no way he should be bringing Matteo Joseph in for this one. The only way I'd fluctuate it is if we see something similar to what we saw against QPR, when balls were being whipped in left, right, and Charlie, and there was nobody in the middle to put the ball in the back of the net. And that was because Joel Prunatra isn't that sort of player. So that's what I would be looking at. I'll be looking at least him being a bit more proactive throughout the game. If these balls have been whipped into the box, if it's that style of game like it was against QPR, where there's just nobody in the box to tap it in, maybe Pro's dropping a little bit deeper and he's not getting runners, it'd be nice to see him look to Joseph a little bit earlier. Now, the man in the middle. Man in the middle. Thanks, Lee. I'm going to get into your comments in just a sec, mate. Really appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, okay, so the man in the middle, Brendan Aronson. So positively, let's look at this from a reasonable stance, a manager's head, a balanced head, not our erratic Leeds fans. Let's look at it in a reasonable sense. He's had 2 weeks off. He's not had 2 weeks off all season. He's not been picked by the US men's national team, who, listen, lost to Panama, lost to Canada. Was that the Brendan Aronson effect? I don't think so. But still, we'll get the sentiment. But he's had 2 weeks off to rest, recuperate, mentally get back into it. And Brendan Aronson has had a good season for Leeds. He has had a good season for Leeds. It's an improvement on what we thought we would get with Brendan. So we have to be honest, him being picked today is no surprise. It's no surprise. Farke loves him. There's always the rhetoric, and we get it all the time, that apparently Daniel Farke consistently wanted another number 10. However, Brendan Aronson, even with other options, consistently starts. Now, Connor, what about Willian Gnonto? Willian Gnonto, for me, wasn't going to start in this game because Willian Gnonto picked up an injury, and he was talking about, on international duty, this hurted him, blah, 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 blah. My only thing is, we know Brendan's great at home. He's not good away from home. He's not good in those physically more combative games. He's not. The last good performance from Brendan Aronson away from home was Derby. So what I'd like to see from Daniel Farke is next week. I'm all right with it. I said this on the preview. I'm all right with him playing at home. Okay? As long as in this game, if he's not having a good Brendan Aronson game, take him off. Take him off and be proactive like you were against QPR, Daniel. But what I would be doing is 100% looking to freshen it up against Luton, even if Brendan Aronson's in today. Even if Brendan Aronson scores today, this isn't an agenda. We've seen a pattern and inconsistencies with Brendan. This is applying logic. Away from home, Brendan Aronson is not the player that Brendan Aronson is at home. So it's not about chopping and changing. It's looking at the patterns, looking at the trends, and I would still look to change that. That would be what I would do with Brendan away from home. And I would be looking at slotting Willian Gnonto in or whoever else in that number 10. Now, if you're giving me the option, I've said this multiple times, I said this on the preview, I would have put Manor Solomon in the number 10, Ramazani wide left. That's what I would have done. I think you'd get the same productivity. I think Manor Solomon absolutely perfectly fits into that number 10 role. And to be honest, guys, in a Daniel Farke system, it's not really number 10 anyway. So you would just literally get Ramazani and Solomon doing that throughout the whole game. And that's absolutely fine with me because they've got the quality to be able to really damage any team at this level. And it wouldn't be an out-and-out number 10. It would just be a front four. That's what it would be. So, yeah, I would have loved to have seen Ramazani further forward. The fact that we're forgetting about Ramazani as a football player is staggering. But if we are struggling today, which I don't think we will, but if we are struggling today, let's bloody put some of the artillery on. Okay, let's get into a couple of your comments, everybody. Loads of people in the building. Please make sure you slap a like. Pay your rent, everyone. I see other YouTubers saying it. Pay your rent, right? You're here. Make sure you slap the rent on the channel. And I really appreciate that, everybody, because without you just liking the video, this does nothing. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for the channel. I'm really trying to boost production, as you can probably see. If you don't just leave a like, pay that rent, which is completely free, it does nothing for the channel. So I really, really appreciate it if you could do that. Not asking for any sort of donation or anything like that. Just make sure you donate a thumb on the channel right next to the subscribe button. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, let's get into a few of your comments, shall we, everybody? Okay, Ev's in the building. Connor, come on the Swans. Here are the Blades fans. As soon as I see in the team news, the nerves get started. Yeah, definitely. Still expect you to win today. Blades put on the pressure with their performance. Hopefully, Bristol do everybody a favour. Will dominate and get beat 1-0, says Arsene Blaise. Be a close game today. Byron will kill us on that left-hand side. Schmidt plays for the national team, but Farke seems not good enough for the championship. Not rushed Ampadu back, have you? He's not match fit. Big gamble. We did that with Vinny. Now he's out for much longer. Charlie says, headless again. What channel is the game on? I'm not sure, to be honest, mate. I don't actually think it's been published, is it on the old airwaves? But let's just go on to the Swansea team as well. Everybody, we've not really touched on the Swansea team. Key, who was really good against us last time, got a couple of assists. Cabango, Jay Fulton, who I reckon will be in a centre-back or a defensive midfield spot. Harry Darling is fit for this one. He was supposed to be injured. Josh Timon. Lewis O'Brien, our old friend. Cullen, who scored against Leeds before. Franco. De Crow and Ronald, who was a bit of a problem against us last time as well. So keep an eye on that one. Yeah, please make sure you pay rent. Everybody, make sure you're slapping the like. Lee says, your setup for the channel looking sharp, Connor. Got to show that intent today, but with a win. I feel Luton will be a banana skin, but I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, guys, hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit of a different setup, as you can see on screen now, the aesthetic, etc., etc. I hope it's looking pretty decent. Actually, this is annoying me a little bit. No, hold on. There we go. Better, much better. I was wondering, what is that little shadow? Chad says, I hope the tune of Simon Garfunkel's Slip Sliding Away is not bringing him ahead at the end of the game. I heard it around this time last season. Ted says, Aronson can't make US men's national team as Poch realises true value, but continues to start for Leeds United. Cork Island, this team is definitely good enough to win this game. An early goal would calm the nerves. I agree, and I think that's what we've got to look at, everybody, as well. I think there is hysteria right now, but this is kind of what happens being Leeds United, you know, the team that we are. There is always this nervousness. And what I did quite like, and you guys can let me know in the comment section below. I know Farker mentioned in his press conference, he mentioned almost being content with the run in and being fully focused and concentrated and realizing it's upon us and we're ready to almost, attack the day and seize it. What I did like about what Parker said, and it's something I noticed midweek and Wilder, is, they said they're looking forward to it. They're happy. Everybody's chilled out. They're looking forward to it. The shackles are off. Almost like c'est la vie. What will be, will be. I really like that attitude. I didn't think that was the attitude last season. It was very much like there was a tenseness with Leeds United. It felt last season, and it feels like it's getting to that right now. I just hope that the manager is telling the squad almost like a similar message to what Parker and Wilder are telling their boys, because that's kind of the perfect message to tell Leeds United fans and players. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. And you enjoy the moment and you'll get the best results, because that's what we've been doing all season. We've been enjoying that moment. Mr. Vancouver says, the Blades are going up as champions. Burnley are coming second, and the biggest team in the land losing the playoffs. Come on, you red and white wizards. Up the Blades. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Mr. Vancouver, in a strange sort of way. I appreciate that. Farker is a disgrace for sticking with the useless, headless American. Why do internationals take a few days for club games? Mostly pointless. Greg, who is a member, says, not sure why, but a bit worried about this selection. Yeah, best show on the channel. Thank you so much, Lee. Really appreciate that. Scott's in the building. Hi, Scott. Ollie says, too many changes. Not feel good about this. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I think I get that to an extent. I do understand that. Look, there's always going to be a bit of trepidation. There's always going to be nerves. There's always going to be oh my goodness, why hasn't X been? The thing is, guys, we've had to do it. We've had to do it. And I guess in a sense, Aronson is a bit of continuity, because if you change Aronson as well, then it is, it's a whole host of changes, but it's have you, just seeing your comment, Charlie. But yeah, there's a lot of conversation on whether or not it's the best selection, who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing. But I think he's got it majority right. I think we can say that. I won't say right, but I think I understand what he's done. It's Farker. This is what we're all used to, isn't it? Byram will always start. Byram's his favoured son. I've said this to you guys before. I'm not surprised with any of these picks. Maybe Firpo, but just because of the fatigue thing. This is Daniel Farker. It's Sam Byram's always been his favourite. His favourite at Norwich. He's steady Sam, isn't he? And that's what he wants in the ranks. Okay, that's not something that I'm really surprised at, to be honest with you. I guess the thing that I'm maybe a little bit more surprised on is the utilisation of Joe Rothwell in there. Obviously, I expected Tanaka to come back in for whatever reason, because he's almost been on those same air miles as Firpo, of course. But overall, this is what Farke does. These are the players that Farke enjoys seeing on the football pitch. These are his reliable ones. For me, there is an evident, we all need to understand this. For me, and this has been me included, it's kind of like I've got to this point now when it comes to Leeds. He doesn't trust Ramazani. I don't think he fully trusts Nonso. He definitely doesn't trust Schmidt whatsoever, because Schmidt will be starting today off the back of an international performance of which he was hailed by his manager, the Swiss national manager that was. And obviously, he doesn't trust Matteo Joseph, does he? Look, I get it to a certain extent, but this is Daniel Farke, isn't it? We sort of know what he's going to go with. I'd have been stunned if Schmidt had started today. Ramazani or Solomon had been the 10, or Ramazani had been in the 10. Even just those two changes, I'd have been absolutely stunned. And also injured after warm-up, supposedly. Right, okay, fantastic stuff. Peacock White of LFC says, hi all, Connor, hope you're well, viewing from Cyprus on deployment. Shout out to you, Peacock Whites. How you doing, mate? Thank you so much. Sujal's back. Hi, Sujal. Hi, Connor. Got to have the past the international break, a must win. Yeah, I think Jared's in the building as well. Hey, Jared, and NFFC. Hey, guys. I think what I'll say today, mate, what I'll say is with Sheffield United doing what they're doing, I think from a Leeds United standpoint, what we can be like in terms of mentality, which we're all very, very aware of, I think it's key now that we win the game. I think it's key that we win the game. I think what I'll say, everybody, is in the running, I think this and Stoke are probably our simplest games. I think you look at Preston, that could be a tough one. Bristol City could be a tough one. Plymouth could be a tough one. Oxford could be a tough one. Luton could be a tough one. I'm not saying we won't get the result, but these are games of which you're kind of looking at and thinking, yeah, you could see maybe a little bit, using that word again, of trepidation in some of those games. However, what I will say is, when you do look and take a sort of glance at this game in particular, I think Leeds United have so much in their arsenal to be able to kill Swansea, really, and kill them early. And this is going to be a comfortable win for Leeds today. Lack of rotation has slowed our season in the last 6 games or so. Byram kills our game on the left. Not excited about this one. In 5 weeks, it is done. It is, mate. Nonso for fit again is good to hear. Indeed, mate. Such as production looks great. Connor, keep up the great work. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate that. Hi, Connor. It says Aiden. Hi, Aiden. Kick-off soon, but little ones watching the Wiggles on YouTube. What should I do? Have you got like an iPad, Aiden? That could be a good one, man. That could be a good one. You could, if you've got like 3 sets, you could have the kids watching something on like an iPad or a phone. And then you can either watch me, or you can watch me, and you can watch me, and then you can watch something like a stream on a very legal basis, mate. That's what you can do. How about that? Connor, big game today, says Cloud. Yeah. NFFC says, what's the drink of choice today, Connor? It is a mate today, mate. That's the drink of choice. Sorry, no alcohol. I know you guys enjoy it when I'm having a bev. Sorry. How do I join the channel to support? I never can find a link in the description. I've looked for ages. All right. Okay, Jared. Okay, mate. I guess it depends, buddy. If you want to get involved in the channel, you should see the description. I'll put the link in the description if anybody's interested as well for bonus bits. On the Patreon, it's not just about you guys supporting the channel. There's a lot more than that. I try give a lot of value on the Patreon and try get patrons involved as well. So maybe that might be your thing. If you just want to join as a YouTube member, you can just hit the join button next to the subscribe button next to my little icon on One Leeds. Ev says, Connor, who scores for you today? Also, do you think Bristol City will get anything today? I don't, mate. No, I don't. I don't think Bristol City will get anything today. I think the biggest game of which maybe rocked the boat a little bit was probably Sheffield United. That one was probably the one where I was looking at it and thinking, yeah, that might be a little bit of an issue, but look, if we've been honest, that was a bit of a walkover, wasn't it? So no, I think Burnley will have enough to beat Sheffield United. Schmidt, the most pointless signing. Farke wasting his career this season. Byram is his teacher's pet. What I will say as well is, a lot of us on this channel got a lot of flack last season because we mentioned Jed Spence a hell of a lot and Connor Roberts, and look, we had Archie there, didn't we? But I guess there was definitely a conversation last season when we're talking about Connor Roberts, when we've spoken about Jed Spence as well. You look at what Jed Spence is doing now, from left back as well, by the way, player of the month in the Premier League. you look at Connor Roberts as well, who's flying right now. These were all players who were competent, and good enough to fit in this side at some stage last season when we needed rotation. Obviously, Jed went back, didn't he, in January. A lot of Leeds fans did not like Jed whatsoever, but Jed had the quality there and he's proven it again right now. So it's just one of those where you kind of maybe look at Farker at points and you think, and look, Archie was there, but Archie was a young lad, wasn't he? And could he have been moved into midfield to maybe help Gruev and Kamara and give us a little bit of a dynamic? That's something that we're looking at as well, isn't it? But I think today, everybody, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, let's get a bit of positivity and let's do it. I think we'll be all right. Where are the blonde highlights? the kind of, let's have a look. Hold on. Kind of still there, mate. Kind of. But yeah, I was getting a bit bored of them, to be honest with you. But never know what's gonna happen next. Don't know. Could go purple, mate. Really surprise you. Really kick off. Dave says, "Hi, Connor from sunny Rochdale." Hey, Dave, how's it going? Dave, you're not the guy I met from Rochdale, are you? Dave, did I meet you from Rochdale? I'm sure I've met someone from Rochdale. Were you on the flight with me, mate? I'm sure someone from Rochdale was on a flight with me. Dazza Wazza says, "Hi, Connor, hope you're well. I think we'll be okay today. I think he's resting a few for the harder games." I hope you're right, Daz, and that makes a lot of sense, to be honest, as well, pal. Lucas says, "How can you not trust Ramazani? He's better than Aaron Siddiqu's." But Lucas, you're speaking my language, buddy. You're speaking my language. And look, the whole thing is obviously that it's like, well, he can't replicate what Aronson does. It's like, well, I think he can. I think he can. Aronson's not pulling up trees at the minute. But guys, if this is the first time you're here on One Leeds, welcome. We will set the clock, and you guys can, you can get involved. If you want to set your sort of timers alongside mine, we kind of get into it through the Watchalong as well, and we are clapping at the minute. Chris and Kev. Obviously, Chris and Kev tragically lost their lives in a Champions League game in Turkey. I think it was the year 2000, wasn't it? Which is one of my early memories of following Leeds United, the great Leeds United team, who should have won a hell of a lot more, the early 2000 team, and the Leeds United players and the Swansea players are respectively clapping Chris and Kev now. Yeah. And I hope, obviously all the regards being sent as well from the One Leeds fan channel. So yeah, look, Leeds getting into it now, everybody. But yeah, as I say, we are going to be we play it on my own little device here, and I'll be watching the game through that, so you guys can get your little devices set up with mine as well. So you might be a little bit ahead of mine of me. So yeah, apologies for that. But you can tell me when Leeds score, but we will be here on a little bit of a manual score as well. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to time it as soon as we kick off, and then we can get going. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Leeds win. Come on, boys. And the match should be about to kick off. Joel Peru over it. You guys might be a little bit ahead of me here. I think it's kicked off for you guys, but the referee is just stopping it for Joel Peru at the minute. So we'll wait and see why that is. We can see one pass on the data, but don't worry. We're going to submit the manual clock. No, it's not. Right. Okay, we're off. We're off. What a lovely day at Elland Road. Baked in sunshine. Come on, get your clock up, Leeds. Flipping out. Get your clock out. Come on. Melee's on the ball right now. Okay, we're on 19 seconds. Okay, so let's just get this sorted. 19. 20. Oh, the win. That's it. Ball across. Peru. What? Peru. Yeah, we scored. Who's put it in? It's Aronson. Oh my God. Finger in the ear. Oh my God. 20 seconds in, we've not even got the timer sorted. Brendan Aronson. Who else? And isn't that poetic? Finger to the head. Well done, Brendan. You've shut people like me up, mate. Well done. He's had a good old rest. Well done, Brendan Aronson. Ball was played on that right-hand side, shot back in. Peru went at it once, went at it again, and Brendan Aronson there, plucky on the rebound. It's 1-0 to Leeds United inside 19 seconds. And Lee Evans, I saw that, mate. Brendan Aronson's basically tackled the ball into the net. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, very fortuitous. But listen, a goal is a goal. Leeds 1-0 up. Brilliant. Fantastic stuff. What a start. Louis, exactly, mate. Listen, it doesn't mean that we're in again here. Peru. James, tackled at the last. Wow, what a start for Leeds United. Yeah, exactly. Shut me up as well, mate. That's what we're all here for, though. We all want Leeds to win, and the best scenario for Leeds United is goals. And it's Brendan Aronson. I literally knew he'd score. Louis, I knew he'd score. I said it on the preview. I said I was happy for him to start at home. Would I change it? Yeah, I would have changed it. Not going back on that. I can't double down on that. But listen, brilliant for him. And look, we said at the start as well, we can understand why Farke went for it. It's someone who's had a 2-week break, didn't go away with the US men's national team. But yeah, great for him. Fantastic. Okay. Well then, 1-0. Swansea player down, Fulton. No worries, mate. No worries. But it is 1-0 Leeds United inside 1 minute. Brendan Aronson. Yeah, it's going to be 6-0, isn't it? No, Jay Fulton's down right now, which is probably the best thing for Swansea, because how we just started that game, that is the worst start Swansea could obviously ever have. That is horrendous as Leeds United go back top. And the Blades in the chat have gone very quiet. They've gone very quiet. Where have they gone? There we go. Darren's in the building. I thought, where are the Blades gone? We scored within sort of 20 seconds and they've all gone. He owes us that goal. He does. And look, let's be honest. It's his first goal. It's his second goal in 2025, guys. His second goal in 2025. So yes, he does deserve that. Can we see him do it consistently? Can we see him do it away from home as well? That is my question. Brilliant stuff, though. 1-0 Leeds United. Game looks to be set again. Jay Fulton looks to be running absolutely fine. So that was a little bit of a... Come on, Jay, get off the field, mate. Honestly, he's been hobbling around for the past 10 minutes. Get off the field, lad. As we want to see a game of football there, Jay Fulton's just taking it over with the amount of times he's trying to run off that injury. Okay, but yeah, as I say, 20 seconds in, Leeds United 1-0 up. The early goal. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. And it has been a blooming good start. Good stuff. Okay, so we're kicking off again. Ethan Ampadu plays the ball out wide. Joe Rothwell. Dan James up on that right-hand side. Good little overlap. Good run in there from Joe Rothwell. Just offering a little bit of an option in the channel. Jaden Bogle plays the ball back. Ethan Ampadu back in those crystal white colouring. Lovely stuff. Guys, pay your rent. Make sure you're slapping a like on the video. Really appreciate that. Dan James with a bit of space on the right-hand side. Plays the ball into the box. Over the bar. It's been a good start from Leeds, though. Really good start. Yeah, what a start. Pete, please do a Farke voice justifying the decision to start Brendan Aronson. Well, it's a great success for Brendan Aronson, and I told you straight away, people like One Leeds, what he called One Leeds fan channel, silly man, silly mind. That's why I'm manager of Leeds United, Brendan Aronson. Great success. Swansea have the ball. Leeds interrupt it right now. Let's stay strong here. Leeds will cover it. Ball back to Ilan Mele. Mele goes back out wide to Pascal Stroud because Leeds are building up quite nicely. Our noisy neighbours have gone quiet. New mic sounds class, mate. Cheers, man. Really appreciate that. Hopefully you've seen the production value go up, mate. Really tried my hardest with that one. Dan James tries to take his man on, blocked off. Swansea recover the ball as Leeds United press on that back line, and they win it back. Brilliant. Leeds' press has been very, very good so far, has to be said, as Joe Rodon sees the ball go out for a Leeds United throw. Park the bus, says Sujal. Yeah, Leeds obviously now top of the division, which is fantastic stuff inside 5 minutes. Let's see it out. John says, I'm relaxed already. Perfect start. And we're already top of the live table after 35 seconds. Yeah, mate, it's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all. At all. Good stuff. Good stuff. Kind of expected it, though. Well, some of you might not have done, but I've kind of gone with a 2-0, and I'm kind of sticking with that 2-0. So yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. Jaden Bogle just on this right hand side now, moving up and down that side, gets tackled. Jaden gets tackled. Yeah, it's pretty poor from him. That I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to take about 3 players on and loses the ball. Swansea win it back. Leeds just need to maintain that intensity as Brendan Harrison presses, and Brendan Harrison gives away a foul. $4.99 donation. Pete for the voice. Pete, am I getting pimped out for doing Daniel Farker voices? If so, I'm all for it, mate. I am all for it, sir. Okay, Brendan Harrison gives away the foul, which means that Swansea have a free kick here, just probably about 45 yards out. Leeds just needing to maintain a little bit of focus here. We're around about 7 minutes into the contest. Go short. Opportunity here. Ball played down the wide left. Played into the box. Headed out. Leeds coming away with it and win a free kick. I don't know why we're not playing on there as Jaden Bogle goes away with the ball at his feet. So, yeah, I don't know why they're not doing that. Connor now commentating a Donald Trump. I don't like it. I don't like Leeds United. No, we'll leave it there. It's not one of my best. It's not one of my best. Let's be right, Connor. You were never not going to win. This told you elsewhere. The hoofball merchants next week on a Sabuccio pitch will be a tougher game. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with you. But you're not. But mate, we're still top of the table. You're not taking that away from me. I've told you that. I've told people that. You're not taking it away from me. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying us being top of the league. Byram gives it away, and it is a throw-in to Swansea. Josh Key. But as I say, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. Come on. You know, we need. I would like a second. Hi, Daniel. How's it going, mate?
Oh, it's very great seeing Connor in here, constantly bewaiting my decisions. Horrible.
No donation for the Trump voice. Yeah, it's pretty bad, that one. It's pretty bad. Jay Tube, good communication and commentary so far. George Connor on the match. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers. Yeah, so saying it's just kind of petering out at the minute. Lee's just controlling proceedings. Ilan Melee. I don't like it. Sorry, I'm just in Trump mode now. Joe Rodon plays the ball out wide. Dan James looks for the 1-2, wins a free kick. Well done, Dan James. Lee just getting up the pitch a little bit here. I think this will be a 2-0 Leeds win, but Swansea, after that performance at the Liberty Stadium, do they still call it the Liberty Stadium? It kind of puts me up Nerve Street, really. I don't know why. Steve says we need another 2 or 3 at least. Do the Trump dance if we score again. Joe Rodon coming out of the back line, plays the ball inwards. Joe Rothwell, lovely little fizz ball wide left. Leeds have it out there now. Cut inside, Malo Solomon. Good ball in. Nothing on the end of it. Another L for the Aronson haters. I don't know why I've gone Trump all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm really trying to perfect it, Sujal. As I say, guys, pay your rent. Please make sure you're slapping a like on the video. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Swansea have it at the back here. Just playing it around. As I say, Swansea got a little bit more into the game, which naturally does me a little bit nervy, but they are getting back into it. Good little bit of play. Road on. Ampadu. Aronson does well. Bogle. Strauch. Rothwell. James does really well. Dan James comes away from it. Leeds have to be a bit terrible from Dan James. Plays it with his left foot when Solomon's in. Solomon is in for Dan James, and he's played it straight. It's just poor, isn't it? It's really poor. Swansea coming away with it now. Played the ball forward. He's gone down. What's happened? What's happened? Lewis O'Brien. What's happened? Oh, you've... Oh, my God. Oh, my God, he gave it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I know this is updated, so I know he puts it away. Sorry, guys, I've just had a little bit of problem with my stream. Hold on, I'm just going to update this now. Oh, my... I can't believe that. What are we at? What minute are we at? Oh, my God. That is unbelievable. How is he giving that as a penalty? The standards of refereeing. You joker. You absolute fraud. A penalty for that. Oh. Oh, he saved it! He saved it! Oh my God! Elland Mellier! What is going on? Redemption! Spell I-L-L-A-N! Oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I've got the choppiest, crappiest stream of all time. Oh my God! Mellier saved the penalty! Oh, Jesus Christ! Unbelievable scenes, everybody. Wow. You absolute shithouse referee. You shithouse. Mind my French. Sorry. I am so sorry, everybody, for that language. I know some people are watching it with the kids. Fantastic. Please get some confidence from that, Elland. It looked like a brilliant save. Absolutely brilliant save. He saved a penalty. His third penalty. Third penalty save. Guys, just link me a stream. Someone link me a legal stream. Someone get in my DMs on Twitter, on One Leeds Twitter, and link me something. This is the first time this has happened. This is unbelievably bad. So someone help me out. Help a brother out. And if any of you have got these legal streams, which I've got right now, there are some of them that are embarrassingly bad. Okay. Elland Mellier has it at the back now. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Road on. James, we need to wake up here, though. I mean, to be fair, that was one attack. One attack that they've had. Yeah, delighted, 100%. That's brilliant. It's fantastic. It really is. I'm happy for him. I am buzzing for him. I cannot believe he saved the penalty. There's almost a certainty with Elland Mellier that it's going in the back of the net, innit? There is a certainty that it is going in the back of the net. So that is staggering that he's actually saved it. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have a hernia. Lewis O'Brien. Brendan Harrison clears it, but come on, Leeds. You know, it's just those little moments in it, guys. Those little moments. I can't believe he saved the penalty. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. yes, Joseph. I can't believe what a start we've had here, everybody. What an incredible start. Road on. Bogle tackled. But you know what? All that came from Dan James. All that came from a really poor Dan James tackle. We need another goal here, don't we? We desperately need another goal already. What is going on? Pigs flying. Something's going on, Luke. Something's going on. Elan Melier saved a penalty. Let me just say that again. Elan Melier has saved a penalty. I can't quite believe it. I can't speak. I cannot believe he gave that. Can anybody believe he gave that as a penalty? Staggering. Staggering. Cleared. Swansea throw. Good play by Byram. Leeds have got to get to grips with this, though. Does anybody think that there's like a little bit of nervousness? Well, I don't know what's happened. Look, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm happy he saved this penalty, but Leeds have dropped off. We have dropped off. Facts, isn't it? I don't know what's going on at the minute, but we have dropped off. Ball played forward from Swansea. Cleared from Byram. Not winning the seconds. Ronald gets hold of it. My God, it's nervy, this, isn't it? Burnley winning as well. God's sake, man. Great. Swansea more into a 4-4-2 now. Vigouroux gets rid. Good goalkeeper. Wonder if Melier clears. I can't believe Melier saved a penalty. I know 1-0 up, but I don't know. I'm not liking sort of just Swansea just having the ball as much as they are at the minute. Leeds close it down, win it back. Solomon's out the game, isn't he? Very much out the game at the minute, anyway. James off at half-time. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit, isn't he? Again, Burnley 1-0. Yeah, I've just seen. First penalty saved by Leeds keeper, not scored the rebound since Bailey Peacock Farrell. It was a good save as well, wasn't it? Yeah, but James led to it, lads. James led to that. That was DJ. All that their goal. It all came from a DJ missed pass. Bogle wins it. No, he doesn't. Jay Fulton. Bogle. It's just we're not at our free-flowing best yet, are we? We're not at our free-flowing best. Was it a pen? I missed the foul. Mate, it's a joke. That was a joke. Nice one, Ben. I'll have a look, mate. No way. Was it a penalty? Absolutely no way. Another shocking decision by an official. A shocking decision by an official. I can't believe he gave that as a penalty. I honestly cannot believe it. So, yeah, no way. No way, Jose, was it a pen. Burnley won Bristol City. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. Terrible referee. Swansea coming down with it on the right. Clean it up a bit sloppy, says Jared. It is, mate. It's a sloppy game. Really, really sloppy so far. Lewis O'Brien. Just they're getting. It's not creating much, although they did have the penalty. They're not creating a great deal, but Leeds they're not at the free flowing best at all. They're not. They're really not. As we win a foul, Bogle does well. It seems like we need an injection, doesn't it? It just seems like we need an injection of something. I don't know what it is. You guys might read the game even better than I do, which isn't good. Lewis O'Brien. I mean, that's just Franco just gives away a foul. It's a foul all over, mate. Come on, Bristol cause an upset. Yeah, I know. Strout, Solomon, who's been completely out of the game so far. Completely out of the game. Back to Pascal. Elan Mele on the ball. The hero so far. The penalty save. Incredible. Incredible. Strout. Solomon. Cuts inside. Manor Solomon. Really, really exceptionally poor pass from Manor Solomon. Leeds are just not clicking. We're not clicking. Solomon's out the game. James looks a bit leggy. Aronson's now given away 3 fouls in the midfield. But he has got his goal, obviously. But yeah, Leeds just need to. We've seen this a lot this season, where just in some home games, it just feels like we kind of let the opponent back into it. And Swansea win a free kick. Another foul by a Leeds player. This referee, by the way, everyone, is the worst we've had this season. He's absolutely abysmal. And he looks like a head teacher, which makes it even worse. Do you know what I mean? That patronising look that head teachers give. I mean, it's just soft as it comes. And he cannot wait. The penalty is staggering. The penalty that he gave was absolutely staggering, the little man. That is no way near a penalty. If there's VAR involved in the EFL Championship, there's no way that just gets completely overturned. Completely overturned. So there we go. Once again, our Championship officials. Swansea free kick. Ball played in. Oh my God, they've hit the post. Oh my God, they've hit the post. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, ball floated in from a free kick that never should have been. It's a lovely ball in. Leeds aren't marking. Whose man is that? They've hit the post. I cannot believe Leeds have got away with that. Ball played in. That he had to score. He had to score. I'm not impressed with this at all. This needs to drastically increase, and that's not being dramatic. People who aren't watching, Leeds are very pedestrian at the minute. We're not really finding our rhythm. Passes are going astray. We are looking off it. Has to be said. Joe Rothwell does well. Aronson. Okay, we need something now. And once again, we just play it forward. Solomon just needed to literally play the ball into Peru, tries to do a Maradona swivel and gets tackled. The simple balls are on. And it's another free kick we've given away. And it did look like a free kick as well. It's Sam Byram this time. Leeds apparently, at the minute, I don't know what's going on. This isn't a confident, comfortable performance at all. It is so Leeds, this, isn't it, guys? It is so Leeds to just put in. You will go 1-0 up after 20 seconds. Wow, as Gordon Ramsay would say. This has got to be better. This has got to switch around a little bit now. That is 2 massive opportunities for Swansea to get back in the game. And really, when you're looking at chances, they should be winning the game. It's a penalty missed, which should never have been given, and they've hit the post. There is, and you look at the shots on target, guys. You look at the shots on target as well. They've had 1 shots on target. Look at the stats there. But you look at the other stats as well, and there's not that much between us. And they seem to, their little pockets of attack, they're doing okay. Right, guys, that's Brendan Aronson's 4th tackle, 4th free kick. Do you see what I'm getting at? A goal doesn't mean that you're just unbelievable. The ratings, as you can see there, has done well. But Brendan Aronson is now giving away 4 free kicks. Brendan, come on, mate. Come on, this is the inconsistency we're talking about with performances. I get you've got your goal. That doesn't eradicate certain bits of your performance. As the Christopher and Kevin clap goes around the stadium. Brendan's got to be better. He's got to stop giving away stupid fouls, especially in and around our box. And that's not just him, by the way. Leeds are putting in a little bit of an immature performance right now. It needs to drastically improve. So the game is stopped for Leeds United clapping for Chris and Kev. I am not rubbish. Yeah. The referee's had a shocker. He's had a shocker. But Leeds, look, we have to look at ourselves. Another free kick given away in a good situation here for Swansea. Ball whipped him, defended that one. But Ampadu heads it back. I think it's Rothwell there, actually. I don't know what's going on going forward. It's not clicking at the minute. Solomon kicks the ball back to Swansea. At the minute, Manos Solomon's been the worst player on the pitch. He's been atrocious. Manos Solomon has been atrocious. Has he linked one pass? Has he got one pass right? Okay, Jaden Bogle out of position. Swansea play the ball into the box. Joe Rodon, it stumbles underneath his feet, but he gets rid of it and he knocks it out of play. Guys, I'll be honest, we're playing with nerves. It is a nervy Leeds United performance. This is exactly what we didn't want to see from the Whites. This is the crystallization of nerves. This is not us at our flowing best at all. Just touches going astray, passes going astray. Swansea just on the ball, two really good opportunities. This isn't been dramatic again. It just feels very much on the precipice of maybe that other Swansea game as they come forward again. Josh Key on the ball. Franco. Jazz said it's Byram, Connery. He cannot move the ball forward. Yeah, look, there's no point in even talking about him anymore, mate. He gives us absolutely zilch on that left-hand side, but he's his favourite, isn't he? So he'll continue playing him. As I say, we've spoken before about Schmidt getting minutes. Isaac Schmidt not getting minutes is criminal. Swansea on the ball anyway. Moving the ball forward. Goes out of place. This is what I mean. What are we talking about here? Are we going to impose? Can we impose our game a little bit? Should we all just like maybe get a message over to Leeds United? Guys, can we just impose our game a little bit? Byram looks frustrated. He needs to be frustrated at his own performance, but Leeds are just. We seem to be instead of coming back and being like energetic and prosperous on the ball. It seems like that penalty decision has just rocked us. It seems like we've just been rocked by it, which is a bit odd. We get that second, I think things will calm down, but we need a second. Leeds 100% need a second right now. Guys, hold on a sec. I'm just going to unblock my nose. I'm absolutely bunged up right now. Swansea attack, saved by Ilan Meslier. Just come back and seeing it there. They seem to be targeting Bogle's side, which is interesting. They're right in this. They are right in this. We're playing with nerves. They're playing with confidence. Rodon. Peru's completely out the game. Completely out the game. We can't. They're winning every 50-50. Unfortunately, for you guys who aren't watching it, Swansea just look a little bit more confident in passing. They're winning the 50-50s. Our press, like it was, we just need to be getting a little bit more aggressive here, don't we? It's just very, very tepid. We're allowing Swansea to have, let's go get it off them. Let's go press ahead. Let's be a little bit more aggressive here, Leeds United. It's like, oh, Swansea have the ball. Let's let them pass it out. Let them do the thing. Bogle. Can we keep the ball? No, we give it away again. Ethan Ampadu gives the ball away. Swansea approaching on that left-hand side now. My goodness, it looks like we're missing that the tempo dictator, doesn't it? The orchestrator in Tanaka. It really does for this game, which is quite surprising. So I thought we'd be able to do without a Swansea boot the ball out of play. Can't get the game. How are they doing, mate? They sat back. They're not doing well, mate. Yeah, they're not doing well. Swansea are imposing themselves. I would say that Leeds are kind of like, maybe the rhetoric would be our Leeds are playing comfortable and we're seeing the game out. It's not like that. They've missed the penalty. They've hit the post from point blank. This isn't good. We need to drastically improve this, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, the ref's having a shocker. Don't get me wrong. Reese says, seems like we're too focused on our organisation trying to control it. Yeah, I think attack is the best form of defence. They're coming forward again. Here, Swansea. It's Lewis O'Brien. I think that's Jay Fulton. It's saved by Ilan, but it's offside. Leeds are not a side in my lifetime who have been able to set up to defend. I wasn't there for like the George Graham era. It's beyond my memory. But my Leeds United life has been comprised of when Leeds United have been good, attack is the best form of defence. Right now, Lewis O'Brien and Jay Fulton have kind of got the game at the minute. Lewis O'Brien should not be dictating a game like this. He really shouldn't, and he is at the minute. Joel Peru is completely needs to start utilising his body a little bit more. I know the long ball's not always going to work to Joel, but he is still a big lad. He's still a big lad. We need to start seeing him impose himself a little bit. Sam Barham on the ball now. He's got loads of space in front of him. Pick the right pass. Picks literally. God. Yeah. Wow. I mean, corner. But if you guys aren't watching, Sam Byron picks a pass to Joel Peru, which gives him absolutely no chance. Peru does well to dig out a corner. Ah, dear. But at least Leeds are up the pitch. My goodness. It's hard to be positive about this. Solomon, again, blocked cross from a really good position. Solomon, again, he's got to start improving here, Manor Solomon. Ball in again is poor. Really poor. No whip on it, no guile. Goodness me. I wish I was here talking about a really good performance, guys. I really do. It's not good enough at the minute. And have Leeds given away a corner? What's happened there? What's going on? Ethan Ampadu has just this is not good. Are they okay? Are they okay? Because we can talk about Leeds United right now, not getting the rub of the green. Ampadu has just ran 20 yards in where there's no danger. Franco's not posing any danger whatsoever. He just took him out. And they've got another free kick to deliver with Josh Teamon with his good delivery. What is going on? This looks at the minute, and I know we're 1-0 up, but it looks a bit head lossy in this period. It looks like the pressure is getting to us a little bit. We look weirdly frustrated. We've got to get to grips with this. It's another free kick for Swansea here. Teamon with the ball in. Headed. Swansea corner. Leeds need half time. As Rothwell heads it, really poor header again from Joe Rothwell out for a corner. Teamon on it again, who is proving to be a real problem here on deliveries. But Leeds United seem to exercise that by giving them corners. Ball played in, cleared this time. Yeah, Rothwell has been poor. He has been poor. Has to be said. I think they've all been poor, mate. I don't think there's one of them who's been good at the minute. I think every single Leeds player has been poor on the pitch right now. Ball played in. Headed out by Strauch. Solomon gives it away again. Manor Solomon is not getting away with this. He's not getting away with this. I know he's a lot of people's favourites and he doesn't get any criticism if he is poor. On one Leeds fan channel, he ain't getting away with this. Manor Solomon, for me, has been the worst player on the pitch. Every single time he's losing the ball. He's not in the game whatsoever. And any opportunity he's got, he's giving it back. He's giving it straight back to Swansea. This needs drastically improving, doesn't it? A lot of people saying Ampadu maybe not fit. Yeah, Melié's probably been the best player, hasn't he? Anxiety FC, says Tomazio. Just that Ampadu tackle. Why? Why charge 20 yards across the pitch to slide tackle? There's no real danger. Bogle, come on, Leeds. Flipping heck. Rothwell on the ball. Rothwell. Is the wind? Do you think that, guys? Do you think this sounds pretty pathetic, doesn't it? But it feels like the ball's holding up a little bit, but it's holding up for both sides. It looks like if we pick the wrong side, the wind looks like it's ridiculously strong at Elland Road today. Rothwell plays the ball forward. Good ball. Good sort of accuracy on it. Their player's trying to usher it out. He can't usher that out, surely. It's too far over. Leeds win it back. Good position. James, in the area. No one in the box. Yeah, we've got to get in the box to score a goal. That is kind of the MO. Rothwell. I tell you, do you think Burnley are under this strain? I bet they're not, are they? And I know they're against the better team. Let's have a look at Burnley. Are Burnley under this strain? I bet they're not. Let's have a quick look. I thought you guys said Burnley were winning. Burnley are not winning. I thought you said they were winning. Or is my data just not? Is it not updated yet? What's going on? Are Burnley winning? Oh, I think they are. Apparently, this is 0-0, which obviously it's not. Weird. Yeah, Burnley must be winning. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, they are. Zian Fleming, fantastic. Good to see. I got a bit of a giddy up there. And they're absolutely battering them as well, aren't they? Okay, Swansea coming forward here. Ball played in the box, kicked away. And then Leeds give it straight back. This is really bad. Really, really bad, this. Strapped as well. Yeah, they are. It is 1-0, isn't it? I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Back to normality. Yeah, 1-0, says Dormston. Amps looks off it. Amps looks lost. Amps is trash. Okay, interesting. Melee has it. Bogle. Rothwell. Yeah, we finally get it. Yellow card, Swansea. We just don't look, just not clicking, is it? And is it one of those games? Is it one of those games where, Leeds just get through it? It feels like that now, doesn't it? But yeah, it is worrying. It is worrying because, we're just going to see this. Hopefully we'll see it out. But this shouldn't be what we are, is there? This shouldn't be what it is. It should not be Swansea having the better of it. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comment section below, everybody. Do you agree? Do you agree that Swansea have had the best of it here? I would say they have. Yeah, you guys might disagree with that. Across all platforms, guys, we've got 2,000 people. Please make sure you're paying your rent and liking the video. If you don't like the video, it really doesn't help me out, and we're trying to grow the channel. As you can see, hopefully you can see that I'm trying my best to invest and improve things as well for your Leeds United visual experience. I don't just want it to be me talking. So listen, you don't have to donate or do anything like that. Just slap a like on the video. It really helps. And Ampadu knocks the ball out of play. Ampadu's having an... Is it? No, it's Aronson. Aronson knocks the ball out of play. This is what I mean, everybody. A goal doesn't just get you out of the woods. You've got to have an overall performance. It's what we always say on the channel. Can be any of ours. Nonto, Ramazani, whoever it can be. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're coming forward here. Josh Key again. Ball in. Good defending. It's not gone out yet. Leeds free kick. My God. Leeds is Barnsley all over again. Jesus, don't say that, mate. Kieran, shout out to you, mate, for your donation. Really appreciate it, man. Hi, Matty. Matty Wanda fan here. Am I going Matt? What does that mean? What does that mean, Kieran? How are we playing? Feared for the worst. 1-0 down after 30 seconds. We're getting battered, or are we comfortable? I don't think we're comfortable, mate. I'll be honest. Was reckons we are comfortable. And then he said we're playing rubbish. So yeah, I don't think we look good here at all. I'll be honest. The highlight's been Melee. I'll be honest. Melee with that penalty save. But he needs. I think for this he needs something fresh. We need something a bit fresh right now. This. Oh, Mate. Sorry, mate. Sorry. As Leeds come away, that's much better. But yeah, I was saying earlier, just because there's a goal in there doesn't mean that the overarching performance means that, the overarching performance is unbelievable. Aronson has got his goal where he tackled it into the net. Brilliant. Fantastic. Really happy for him. And he's the difference maker so far, which is key to note. But I need to start seeing more from him in possession as well. He's just given away a few fouls and knocked the ball out of play so far. But Leeds cannot build up at the minute. We're absolutely terrible at the minute at building up. Ball played down the flank from Rodon. And Swansea win a foul. Is it Aronson again? Is that a foul? I'm not sure. We are drastically. Shout out to you, Griff. Yeah, we drastically need. It just shows how reliant sort of we are on that expansive nature on having Firpo, Tanaka, in this setup. Firpo's such a good attacking player as well for Leeds, isn't he? Oh, sorry, Kieran. Swansea fan. Shout out to you, mate. You're playing well, mate. You're playing well. You're playing well. Yeah, you're having a good game so far. Losing, but I presume all the Swansea fans came here thinking they were going to get absolutely tonked with nothing to play for. So them playing well, and I mean, this is Leeds losing it again. This is nervy. This has to be said. This is the nerviest performance I've seen in a while. Post international break, we've not got a great record anyway, so us getting a win here would be great. But yeah, look, we're 1-0 up, so here's what it is. Gail says, anyway, Burnley are playing really well. Yeah, look, I mean, Gail, we'll just have a look at the stats again. Stats do tell a story as well. And I mean, let's just have a quick look at Burnley so far. I mean, look at the stats. Bristol, who are playing really well at the minute in general, got a point at Sheffield United. It doesn't even look like they're in the game. Look at the passes, the accuracy. If you're just going by the stats, they look more aggressive, more shots. And then where does yeah. Oh dear. Well, Gail says, was it a pen, do you think? Absolutely not, Gail. I thought it was a horrendous decision. Horrendous decision. Just cut across him. It's strength. But, we know what to expect with these referees. But I'm not blaming. The referee's been horrendous, but we've been worse than the referee. I mean, look at this. We don't look confident, do we, guys? Do you think we look confident here? We're not dictating the game whatsoever. I mean, look at this. Ampadu passes it back to... Goodness me. Crypto, yeah, it's just nerves, isn't it? We're better than this. We're miles better than this, and it's not an arrogance, but we're maybe this is our, Sheffield United have had Derby, they've had Portsmouth, games like that of which it's been a bit nervy and they've not been great. Maybe this is what this is for us, on reflection. Michael says, smash a like, people. Yeah, everybody, please pay the rent and smash a like. Really appreciate that as they come forward again. Ampadu up against Byram up against their winger. Ball played in. Good ball in as well. Good header from Pascal, and he gets a free kick. Well done, Pascal. It's a lovely ball in that as well. Jeff says, watching in Egypt. Sounds like, honestly, Jeff, it's poor. Yeah, there's only one team on the attack here. 4 minutes added on. The thing is, Craig, he doesn't look fit, does he? This is all the thing with Farker. This is the thing with Farker, isn't it? He will play. He absolutely loves having Ampadu in there. And maybe it's going to take him a while to get back to it. And you guys are all saying he's not fit. You could be right. Big hole in midfield for us. Griff says, do you think we'll get all 3 points? I do, mate. Yeah, I'm still confident we got all 3 points. But I do not want this going 1-0, in sort of the 60th minute, to be honest with you. Ampadu. Bogle play. This is rubbish. God, imagine this team in the Prem right now. Just like, and when I say that, by the way, I just mean like imagine this team specifically in the Prem right now. My Lord. Well, we're top so far, which is good, I guess. We'll get into a few bits at halftime as well for you guys sticking around. Yeah, it feels like if Swansea score, they're going to go on and win this. So we need to keep the ball. It's just got that flow about it. Yeah, it feels like if Swansea score, they're going to go on and win this. So yeah, we need that second, I think. Byram just killing our play. Look at him. He's like a crab. Byram, use your left foot, Sam. Eventually uses his left foot, kicks the ball out. Byram from a decent position, uses his right foot, closes his body, goes all the way back to the corner flag, finally uses his left foot and gets a throw in. Jesus, Daniel Farke. What does Isaac Schmidt have to do? You've got a better footballer on the bench, but your stubbornness will only lead you to starting Sam Byram, who is killing our left-hand side completely. I mean, they've all been poor. Not just Sam, but instances like that we've seen far too many times. No, Alan, I am blaming Farke. I've said it about 4 times. Solomon. He just frustrates me as a footballer how you can't open your body up and go on your left-hand side. It's just bizarre. Ball played forward. Leeds give it away again, win a free kick. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm trying to find a few positives out of this one. The good thing is 1-0 up, which is a positive. That is a big positive. Ampadu goes home. Melee clears and kicks the ball out of play. Fuck me. My French. My French. I apologize. I'm trying not to swear. I'm really not, but this is we look a shadow, don't we? We look a shadow at the minute. It's not like we're not overdoing it as well. It's just yeah, this is bad, isn't it? Thank God we're not playing anyone better. Halftime whistle goes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, interested to see what you guys would do there with that. Well, I guess the good thing is we've got the options off the bench, haven't we? Once again, let's have a quick look at the match ratings that we've got so far. So presumably the player of the match will be Brendan Aronson. Let's have a quick look at his statistics so far, shall we? So, yeah, you got Brendan Aronson, who has got his goal, is on a 7.4 rating. I'm not sure I agree with that. As you can see, aside from the goal, it's not really been a lot that he's been involved in, Brendan, but he has got the goal. It's the only thing that separates us right now with Swansea. You just see what Manor Solomon's been given as well. Manor Solomon here is on a 6.8, but he has got a key pass in there. But Solomon, I think, has been really, really poor. We look at Dan James, who is trying to get his going down that right-hand side, but once again looks a little bit off it. Jaden Bogle, Eli Mele, probably for me, that penalty save. I mean, yeah, look at that. 2 saves. Important one, definitely as well. Joe Rothwell, looks like he's been off it a little bit. Let's have a look at Joe's touches. He's had 32 touches, 25 passes, 2 interceptions. But yeah, there's just no creativity, is there? No creativity at all. Peru, this will be interesting. So we've had total touches here. 32. What is Peru on here? 21 touches. My goodness. And that just shows you guys that Leeds are just lacking up front at the minute. Really, really lacking up front. And, you know, it's not just Peru's fault, but it is just the outball, isn't it? Ethan, Ethan and Manor have probably been, in my opinion, the worst players on the pitch. As you can see there, look at that. Ethan, 22 passes, 16 accurate passes, way off it. And then we'll just go to Lewis O'Brien, who I think has probably been Swansea's better player in the central midfield. How's he doing? Touches 19, to be fair. 7 passes. Thought he'd done a little bit better than that, but yeah, he's still on quite a high rating. And then you look at Jay Fulton as well. For them, who appears to have been like one of the better players. And yeah, he's don't understand how Lewis O'Brien's on a better rating than him. When you look at that, Josh Key as well. Look at that on that right hand side as well. He's getting a lot, isn't he? On that right hand side, on Leeds United's left, Sam Byram. Let's have a quick look at him and see how he's doing for Leeds United. I don't think it's going to be amazing numbers. Let's have a quick look at Sam, and we'll get into your guys' thoughts. 5 passes, 3 accurate passes, aerials 1, duels 1, 5, clearances, touches 26, fouls drawn. Do we have a look at Brendan's fouls there as well? Interested to see that. No fouls. I think he just does fouls for defenders, to be fair. Okay, so yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on that first half? Not ideal, is it? Let's get into a couple of your comments. Oh, goodness me. What a half. Lee says, watching here from South Australia, the channel's looking sweet, mate. Hope the second half brings out the real LUFC. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Stashy says, pull Ampadu. Genghis says, are we trying to lose? Farker should have signed Buendia, I presume that is, in January, Connor. Rocket up the arse required. I just feel like at the minute, it's like, how I see it is like, you know, the second half against QPR, Nonto brought just that exuberance, didn't he? The flair of which Aronson couldn't provide. Aronson scored the goal there, but he's not provided anything else, has he? We're not finding him in the pockets. He's not creating anything on the half turn. With the greatest of respect, Aronson's not the biggest problem. He's got us in the lead, but his general play has not been ideal, has it? You look at Nonto coming on in that QPR game and what a difference that made. You know, just a little bit more ingenuity, someone who's good on the ball, someone who can turn in tight spaces. That is just something that would really, really help us out right now. Leeds United Calypso, hi Ross. It said Rodon's awful. Rodon's had a shocker. It's probably been one of Rodon's worst games in terms of just passing out from the back. He's just hitting everything into touch. Sam, I know Sam's got a good rating on there, but I think it just bases a lot of it on duels. I think moving forward with the ball, Sam naturally goes back, doesn't he? But yeah, you just kind of look at it right now and you think there's got to be some changes. There's got to be some change. Because the thing is, if we go into that second half and if they score, they've hit the post from a header which should have gone in. I can't believe he's missed that. And that penalty, Elan Mele saving, I think it's his third ever save, I think. Yeah. Pellegrino says, Amp's not match sharp. Gets an Akron and Largy for heavy-headed Solomon. Yeah, Solomon's completely out the game, isn't he? Completely out the game, if we've been honest. He's really struggling with it right now. Andrew, Patreon, has said, realising what a hollow statement it is to say Leeds have such a deep bench. Farker doesn't. I think that's a really good comment. That's a really good comment. Realising what a hollow statement is to say Leeds have such a deep bench. Farker doesn't really use it. Yeah, and he didn't he, against QPR, and it made a difference because you've got that quality on the bench. The thing is, you know, when we've got like goals from the bench, guys, you know, we've got goals from the bench. We've got like the highest goals scored from substitutes. Imagine if we brought some of these substitutes on even earlier and we could have even more goals and even more assists. We might be talking about 28 goals from substitutions as opposed to 19. You know, because I think there is certain parts in games maybe where he's just a little bit reluctant, and it kind of just made me think a little bit. You know, when he was talking about in the last game where he was saying I was going to start Nonto, but then it was keeping me up all night, Nonto or Aronson. It was a bit like that. Okay, but you know, you should really go with your head there, not your heart. And I felt like he went with his heart in that game, and obviously we saw the difference, didn't we? But he's got to be careful right now because. Right now, we're looking at a Leeds United. I think we look nervous. I think we look really nervous in that game. Really nervous, which is a worry because they've got nothing to play for. Again, another team who've got nothing to play for. I've tried to work around the positives of this, of like saying your QPR have got X and Pompey have got Y. But we need to come out with a bit of a different verve here. The good thing is, you know what the difference is, guys? We started quick, and we've not done that against QPR. We've not done that against Portsmouth. You know, I think that's the positive right now. The positive is we started the game quick, but we've not been in that position enough. You know, the ball's down the right-hand side and the left-hand side being cut in. The thing is, you have to build up on the right. That's the issue with what you have right now. You have to build up on the right because Sam Byram doesn't give you a left-back overlap build-up. Because he can't use his left foot. So you naturally restrict yourself with maybe not playing a Schmidt who can use his left foot, or obviously Firpo not playing because of his journey. But yeah, lots to consider there. Leeds United Calypso, Ross says, this is the worst performance to see from, Rodon's getting killed. He's having a shocker. Anytime he's pressed on his touch, he's booting out into play. MW says, lads, we've seen this dip last year. It's a Farker thing. Sheffield and Burnley are on the up. And we're dipping. Pete said he's not a proactive manager, though, is he? He's always reactive. But the thing is, Pete, with that, is that's always been the case with him, mate. You know, I've got, there's a certain fan channel, a Norwich fan channel, who as soon as we got Farker, and this isn't a Farker bashing thing, but it's about him just being proactive right now. But they said to me, he sticks with the same 11, and every single time you'll be able to script his subs. We knew that before he became Leeds manager. This isn't anything new. I think he had to bring Nonto on. He had to bring Nonto on in that QPR game because it was so abundantly striking how bad Aronson was in that game. You know, we're just having a quick look at the Swansea goal here. No, it's never a penalty, guys, in my opinion. I know Rodon's had a shocker, but it's never a penalty, that, for me. I'm not having it. It's a shocker. But I'm just happy Melee's got the save in there. That's why when Sheffield play crap and scrap away, and people say that's what champions do. But when it's just us, it's not good enough. That's the old... Yeah, exactly. And that's the positive to take away from it, guys, for me. That's the positive to take away from it. You know, Sheffield United in particular, and Burnley as well, by the way, have had poor performances. I know Burnley have just not lost any games because of how good the defence is. Good save from Melee, by the way. But the good thing is here is... poor matches, if you're playing poorly and you win a game, that's a good thing. I think the worry for Leeds fans in this circumstance will probably be maybe the fact that you kind of saw Sheffield United put in their performance of the season last night, and then you're looking at Burnley having a really good performance, apparently, against Bristol City. Chris says it all when our best player has been Melee. Take Solomon off for Ramazani. He's been... I agree with that. I agree with that. I think it's a really good comment. So he won't take Aronson off, but I think he should take Solomon off for Ramazani, and we'll see a little bit of a difference there. Luton will turn us next week. We'll be shit scared, and they won't Portsmouth again. That kind of is the feel maybe right now, and there's obviously a positive in there in terms of Leeds right now are winning the game, and that's, look, come on, let's have a look ahead. Leeds are winning the game, but I think my issue with it is I don't understand why Swansea have got more intensity than Leeds. That's what I don't get. Like, why are Swansea starting the game with more intensity than us? Why does Swansea look more up for the fight? Why is Swansea able to play with more passing sequences? Why is Swansea looking better in the final third with connectivity? It's down to pressure. Swansea don't have any pressure. A lot of you guys saying it was definitely a pen. Interesting. I didn't think it was a pen at all. Swansea have hit the post. I can't believe they didn't score that, by the way. And how fortuitous have we been that it just bounced into Melee's hands? But the warning signs have been there. The warning signs are there. And I think there was a lot of people pre-game saying, Connor, the reason it's looking so disjointed right now is because you kind of look at it and you think, this is another Melee save here, by the way. I mean, it was a comfortable save. I don't know why LUTV is showing that. But a lot of you guys were talking about there being too much change to the Leeds United side, but then there's a constant rhetoric as well that he needs to change it up. So, yeah, defo pen 100%. Really, I don't know. I guess maybe from the stadium it looks a little bit different there. For me, it just looked, I don't know. It looked like it was. He kind of got across him, but the player just went down with the first contact. Do you know what I mean? The first contact and he was down. I didn't think it was a penalty, to be honest. That was soft. Yeah, Bamford will fix it. Is that a new mic? It is, mate. Yeah. But I've got a Roadcaster now, which is pretty good, which is just helping with the sound. So I am really trying to make it a better production for you guys. Why haven't you gone to the game, Connor? I couldn't get there today, mate. I always try, but it can be difficult for me as well. It can be really difficult for me. I've got family things going on at the minute, which kind of, we all have bits and bats going on, don't we? I'd love to get there, but unfortunately I can't. How many times recently have we said this is the worst performance so far? Too many said this isn't good for. There's definitely a correlation, mate. There is definitely a correlation right now with QPR, Portsmouth, Millwall being a bit of an outlier, and Leeds struggling right now. But what I will say is, there needs to be a difference now. I think there needs to be a couple of changes. I think someone was spot on there than when they were saying, what the change needs to be. I would take Solomon off for Ramazani, and it's to get Ramazani on the pitch. And it's to get Ramazani on the pitch in his best position. I would love to see Ramazani and Nonto on, but that would be too outlandish, I think, for Farke to do. I don't think we'll ever see that. But there's literally no point in Ramazani being here. We might as well just bin him off. There's no point. There is no point in that boy being here. We might as well just sell him. And it's really sad. It is really sad for me, the lack of minutes he gets, but there's just sort of no trust there. But he's got enough on the bench. Joseph, Schmidt. Schmidt, by the way, 68 minutes for Switzerland. 68 minutes for Switzerland. And if you'd have typed Schmidt's name in, which I did on social media, they were all raving about him. Yakin, the manager, afterwards was talking about how good he was in the duel, how good he was technically as well. But we start with Byram. Why? Why Sam Byram? Schmidt must be on the crest of a wave right now. 68 minutes, manager's glowing about him, and he puts Byram in. He's like a crab on the ball. I don't mind Sam in terms of like what he's been for us in terms of a steady Eddie, but you're going to get more from a player who likes to advance and is good technically on the ball. Look, that's what I'd be doing anyway. But, you look at the amount that we've got going forward as well. On the bench, Schmidt, Schmidt, who can act as a winger, can't he? You've got Schmidt, you've got Joseph, you've got Nonto, you've got Ramazani. So last season, when we had a little bit of a wobble, you could understand it because you had likes of Cresswell with the greatest of respect. Gelhardt, we didn't have an abundant. It was a young Joseph who'd never been exposed to minutes then as well. We had it wasn't a massive bench, for us to look at. But he's got to start. What he can't do is just rely on these players to come on and make a difference in terms of giving him 8 minutes. He's given Ramazani's got like 279 minutes all season, or whatever he's had. You can't expect a player to perform miracles in 10 minutes. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, really, guys. There has to be more minutes for these players. He's got to trust them more. Do you think we'll see this through? Yeah, I do. It's interesting. Well, maybe I've got that wrong, Shawnee. Maybe I've got that wrong. Yeah. Maybe I've got that wrong. Maybe it was a penalty. OIB says, I said Byram is a handbrake on player on a different stream, and I got told Byram. We won't get that here, mate. Don't matter what sort of... Yeah, good lad, Andy Lumsden. Top man, mate. Really appreciate that. It means a lot. You won't get that over here, mate. Look, don't get me wrong, we can disagree, but it's just embarrassing narratives like that, mate. You hate this player. It's just so childish. It's so childish. But yeah, mate, look, I don't think you're wrong about Byram. Byram is a decent player at this level, but he's got his limitations. And he cannot run with the ball at his feet on the left-hand side. Someone clip up and show me on the left-hand side when he's on the flank, running on that wing, providing an overlap. If Sam Byram can do that and then effectively cross a ball with his left foot into the box, he can't do it. Literally cannot do it. It's a limitation of his. We lose Rama Schmidt and a few other players at the end of the season because Mark's in the building. Hey, Mark, how's it going, mate? What the actual was that first half? Can't pass or tackle. Where's my Leeds gone? Ampadu looks ring rusty. Needs Tanaka on. Yeah, it's changes, man. It's changes. I think he knows. I think the boss knows what needs to be done right now. And we're going to get it's big second half. This, isn't it, people? Big second half. But pay your rent, everybody. Do us a favor, slap a like on the video. Hope you're enjoying the quality of the stream as well. And let's get this win. He's not made any changes. We know what's coming. We're all frustrated by it. But we know what the gaffer is, and let's hope that the players are able to pay back his faith. Kickoff. Bro's a waste of space, as termed a sunshine boy back in the day. Johnny Giles. Byram kills all momentum. Never opening up must be a nightmare. That's true, Adam. And in all fairness, mate, I hadn't thought about that with Solomon. I just think Solomon on the ball hasn't been great. On the ball, do you know what I mean? In terms of just cutting in and this, that, and the other. But yeah, no, you are right. It's not been good. Right, let's get you guys up to scratch with where I am in the second half. I was about to say get your dabbers and your dobbers. What minute are we on? We are on the 40th. Are we on the 40th? Leeds coming forward here. Looks like a bit better of a start already. Dan James. Overlap with Bogle. James on his left foot. Ball in over the bar. Well, it's not ideal from Dan James. He does love just cutting in on that left foot, and it never ever works, but he's done it again there. But it's better. It's a better start. Better start from Leeds United. James cuts in, goes with that left foot, which is a terrible left foot, but he tries. He does try. But yeah. Pay your rent. That's it, Pete. Good man. That's it. Okay. Come on, Leeds. James. Fulton. Joe Rodon, who drastically needs a better half. Plays a really good ball forward. Dan James. Much better from Joe Rodon in terms of his passable. It needs to be quicker there as Aronson gives James the overlap and he ignores him. Then he goes to Aronson. It's a poor ball. Brendan can't get round him. Dan James, speed of thought there, which is old Dan James, which was not good enough. Leeds win it back, which looked like a foul, to be honest with you, but Leeds have it. Franco intercepted. Come on, Leeds. A bit of freedom of thought here, eh? A little bit of a freedom of thought. Let's just be confident. I think it's more upsetting that in the first half we look more. The wind is mad. By the way, we've got the wind. We need to be shooting at goal here. We've got the wind for this half. But the upsetting thing about that first half is we look desperately nervous. Reece, I'm agreeing with you there, mate. I'm agreeing with you. A shaky 3-1 win, bloody hell, mate. I'd take that. Yeah, I'll take that. 100%. I know this sounds arrogant. Not arrogant. So that's a bit harsh, even on me. But who is the Swansea manager, guys? I'd search, but I frankly can't be bothered. Scott says this could be a result where it's similar to what the Blades seemingly do weekly. It could be, Scott. Yeah, that could be, mate. It could be bang on. This is what I'm kind of saying. It's not a good performance at all. And I think that the nerves are abundantly clear here. But this has been a better second. It's been a better start to the second half. Leeds have been good, to be fair, or better in the second halves in sort of the last three games, really. It has to be said. Portsmouth, I thought, were much better in the second half. Created a fair few chances. Should have scored. QPR were much better in the second half. Millwall, I thought, were much better in the second half. Look, well, I'll say it's on Blue in the face. I think he needs to make changes, but it's Farker, innit? Who is it? Swansea manager played for Leeds. Who is it, Andy? Is it Alan Sheehan? My God, he did used to play for us. Tom, I'm probably as old as you, mate. I look it anyway. Yeah, I'm edging 32, mate. I remember they were the League One days, weren't they? Alan Sheehan. Wasn't out as for long, though, was he? Vigouroux. Swansea playing out from the back. Franco. Got his 8-game contract on Monday. Oh, fair play to him. Fair play. Always up for a young manager. Doing all right. Jer says score predictions. 2-0 to Leeds, I think. I think we'll see it through. Vigouroux. Clears. Bogle loses the flight of it. O'Brien. Ad says, no offense to Swansea, but we are lucky we aren't playing a better attacking side. Yeah, and it's it's true. I mean, you look at this game and you kind of compare it to a team that we could be facing. But it's even, for me, it's even like teams that we, have got something to play for, really. The good thing is, if we win this, you go into Luton with a kind of like, you've kind of got everybody set, really, haven't you? You've got Nonto, hopefully back to full fitness, but he won't play, will he? But Nonto, I said this in the preview, I said, now Aronson's back in, and he scored as well. Oh God, how do I say this without sounding horrible? It's almost the best and worst thing for Leeds, this, because for me, it's the best thing that Aronson scored. Unbelievable. Really happy for him. And look, he's the difference right now, let's be honest. But it's almost the worst thing for Leeds, because that means, in my opinion, that Willie Gnonto doesn't start a game. That for me, it's Aronson's position now. And this is why I always get really confused by people saying that Farke was so clear on wanting a number 10. The Farke system he's not as focused on an out-and-out number 10. And B, he's got options to change that number 10 consistently, but he doesn't deem it fit. He doesn't deem it fit to do so. Yeah, Leeds just recruited apparently primarily wingers for Farke and no one else. Like, I just don't think that was part of it, to be honest. So limited. Yeah. Gale reckons 2-1 to Swansea. God. Ball played forward. Solomon. Need a bit of production from him today. Plays it inside. Good little ball. Time, Byram. Jesus Christ. Byram kind of just, I don't know what that was. Got in a good position. What I will say about Byram is he does get himself into good positions, but I don't really know what that was. Just kind of wraps his foot round it, or doesn't really wrap his foot round it, and it's beyond James and beyond the right post. Yeah. So Swansea coming forward anyway. Franco got a little bit of a space here. Penny for the defensive midfield. Lewis O'Brien, and it's a Swansea corner, I think. It's a Leeds corner. Joe Rodon started this much better. He started this much better. Genghis Khan's mum asks why Byram is here. He, to be honest, Genghis Khan's mum, what I will say about Byram is he's been a good signing. He has been a good signing for Leeds. He just gives us nothing going forward. Leeds coming forward anyway. Peru does well. Really lovely play by Joe Rothwell. It's 4-on-4. Dan James, play the right pass. Dan James. Oh, goodness me, he needs to come off. He needs to come off. He really does. Dan James 3 games ago puts that ball into the box or puts it in the roof of the net. Tries to play it, and it was 4 versus 4. Leeds a really good transitional opportunity there. And play it in. Dan James's sort of cross is blocked, but lovely from Rothwell there. Really good, much better. Stoke 3, QPR 0. Brilliant. Fantastic, Scott. Not only that, mate, but we saw Plymouth go and beat Portsmouth as well, didn't we? Which was a personal favourite. Perot. Byram. It's better from Leeds, which is encouraging. It is much better. Ampadu's got to be careful. I think he needs to take Ampadu off. Gets robbed. Lewis O'Brien. Ball forward. Ilan Melier gets in. I think he needs to take. I don't know what he'd do. Maybe it's a case of, was that Solomon? It looked like Ampadu. Was it? I thought it was Ampadu who lost the ball there. I thought it was Alice. Yeah, it was Ampadu, wasn't it? I think we're gonna have to see maybe even like Gruev in there. Gruev in there. Ampadu's really struggling. Byram. Foul. He did, Sujal. Yeah, he did. He's I don't know. He looks knackered, doesn't he? He looks dead on his feet. I thought, he looks a little bit encouraging for Wales, but as Byram goes back, Strout, Melier, Rodon. First time, much better. We're passing it first time, which is good. I thought we'd forgotten how to pass it first time. Rothwell goes over the top. Dan James again in a good position. Play it in the middle, Dan. Play it in the middle. Gets caught up in his feet, and it's a Leeds. Once again, 2 really good opportunities for Dan James there to just pass the ball into the middle of the field, and he struggles to do it. 2 occasions now. Yeah, Ampadu, James, and Aronson off. I think that's a good shout. I think it is. I think they all need to. I mean, I just want Solomon in there. I think the only way Solomon gets on is on that left hand side. So Tanaka's not injured now. He's just fatigued. Rothwell on the corner. Puts it in. Headed over. Thought it was a poor ball from Rothwell. And Joe Rodon can't head a ball. Oh, he can. It's a corner against the Leeds. Rothwell gets an ovation from the Leeds crowd. Another corner. Whipped in. Poor ball in. Solomon. Rothwell. Solomon again. Does all right. It's the first contact, isn't it, guys? It's the first contact. The balls into the box are terrible. Aronson. Use your left foot. Come on, Brendan. Rothwell. Shoot, Joe. Just shoot. No, goes back out. We're allergic to shooting at some points, aren't we? Bogle. No, blocked again. Can someone just have a shot? Rothwell should have had a strike there, shouldn't he? Should have had a strike. Rodon. Pascal. Aronson. Tackled. God, I'd love him to do something in that cam position. Aronson's just, bless him, but it's just not it for me. It's just not my type of player. Just isn't. Leeds win it back. Come on, Brendan. He's on the ball. They've given you the ball. You got about 5 yards of space here. Plays the ball. James, don't use your left foot. Use his left foot. Unlucky. Just wide. Good effort. Aronson did well there. I say he did well. He passed it to the right. James with probably the best left-footed effort he's had this season. And Tanaka's coming on. Thank the Lord. Goodness me. Ampadu comes off after a horror show. Yeah, really, really, really poor from Ethan. And look, we'll give him he's the captain of the club. He's he knows he don't look happy with himself at all. That's probably one of Ethan Ampadu's worst. That's probably the worst performance I've ever seen from Ethan Ampadu in a Leeds shirt. I'll be honest. I was trying to keep it reserved because, he's back. It's just back from injury, but by God, he was woeful. Absolutely woeful there, Ethan. Bless him. But it is his first game back. He's rusty, but just thinks to me like he shouldn't have been playing. But maybe Tanaka was just that knackered. Byram. Good tackle from Byram. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more control now. At home, I like Tanaka and Rothwell as well. Brendan is Connors Robinson. You bang on, captain. You bang on. You bang on. And I know what you're referencing there, mate. I know what you're referencing. But yeah, you bang on the money there, fella. Ball played forward. James, nailed. He's had a good game. Is it Lacroix? He's had a good game. Leeds coming forward again. Aronson. James. Does well, Dan James. Plays the ball back in. Outside. Brendan outside. Oh, Peru. Oh, is it the post? I think Peru's at the post. Headed back. Oh, my God. I think Peru's at the post. Oh, well, it's close. James did well there. Aronson actually did really well, to be fair to him. I thought he'd got himself into a cul-de-sac. Ball played it. It's a good... Oh, he saved it onto the post. Don't know what the keeper's doing there. Okay, Swansea get away with that. But Leeds have been much... Oh, goodness me. Ball played into the box. Leeds win a free kick. I was about to say Leeds have been much better this... And we have. Do you know what the thing is? And we've not been great. We haven't been great, has to be said. But isn't it unbelievable how these first halves, and I know we've scored, but what is going on in these first halves? What's going on with the tempo? You know? Tempo's just shocking, isn't it? Just really poor. Just off it. But we are loads better this half. Again, like Pompey, you know, like Millwall, like QPR. But it's still the one goal, isn't it? Still the one goal. Let's have a quick look at how Burnley are doing, shall we, everybody? Burnley still 1-up. How are they playing? Let's have a look. Yeah, Burnley's still battering them, which is good to see. But it's still one goal for them as well. And there is an argument they're against the better side. Oh, dear. Solomon up against the left back here. No foul. No foul. Oh, it's against Josh Key, actually. Key. O'Brien. Yeah, shout out to you, Arsene. Solomon goes down, good feet, Leeds free kick. I'd love to see Ramazani. Anyone else? Can we have a hands up in the chat if we'd like to see Ramazani? Like the video if you want to see Ramazani. I'd absolutely love to see Ramazani. Please, can I? Do you know what? Just for this season, it's obvious. It's probably obvious that he's going to leave in the summer because he's going to think I'm a much better player than what I'm given time for. You know, like a Jed Spence or Con Roberts or whatever. But he's probably just going to think, screw this. But can I just let me see him? Let me see him. Just let me see him for like, I don't know, 25 minutes. And let's just see what he can do. You know, don't put him on for 5 minutes again. Can we? Are we that much better than to put Ramazani on? Really? Oh, God, man. Yeah, can all the hands up in the chat, everybody. I can see you all. Just please. I just want to see him. My Lord. And Rothwell, who's that? Is it Tanaka? Or you lot? Is it Rothwell or Tanaka? Tanaka, you lot were all saying has come on and made a difference. Has just booted the ball out for a Swansea corner under a little bit of pressure. Okay. Jesus Christ. It is a Swansea corner out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. A ball played in. Headed out. And Elland Melee has made a good save. Our marking's atrocious. Why is there 3 Swansea players? There is 3 Swansea players on the edge of the box, none of them marked. Look at this. If you're not watching the game, Leeds are all in the box. They're clustered. They're going to head it out at some point. It's gone to the edge of the box, and Ronald is forced to save from Elland Melee. Another corner. Al Tanaka, mate. I know we do. I know we have mistakes, but not at this point in the season. Another ball in. Josh Timon on the goalkeeper. I I can't. I'm trying to learn as a content creator. Like, you guys don't want to see me, like, well, some of you will, but I can't come on these streams and just go when I'm when I'm ready to smash up the room, which I am right now, like literally ready. I've completely seen red mist right now, and I'm ready to smash up this gaff. I need to I need to take 5. I need to go for a walk right now, but I'm not. I'm live on stream. And I just hope you guys know that I'm doing this for you, because I swear to God, if I was just in my own settings. So if you're not watching right now, I mean, look, it's 1-1. And then Lewis O'Brien has missed. Lewis O'Brien has missed an opportunity, of which was a lovely bending effort. Just to give you context on what's happened, after trying to give the goalkeeper some praise after saving that penalty, Tanaka, it's literally Tanaka's fault for giving away an absolute bone-headed corner, of which they then got another corner from that first one. And then off the back of that, the ball has been played into the box, and the goalkeeper's dropped it on Harry Darling's foot. So, you know, sometimes I actually viscerally hate supporting this team. Harrison loses the ball again. That's his guy, though, isn't it? Look, we know we praised the Elland Melee. We praised the Elland Melee, of course we did. But that is that is who Elland Melee is. Yeah, there's his core right there. Tanaka on the ball right now. Score a goal. Score a goal. Peru. Score. Shoots. Good save. I don't think I've been this angry this season. I am fucking. It, you know, keeping this goalkeeper in. We all try, but the standards of this club sometimes are on its absolute arse. The fan base, me included, trying to give this absolute bozo in goal plaudits. We also were really happy for him doing the normal goalkeeper things. And then it's another, don't swear. It's another mistake. It's another one. DJ Khaled, another one. So I've breathed through that. I've not lost my rag too much. I'm burning up inside. And if we lose this game or draw this game, I'm severely worried. I'm going to move the mic just over here a second so it doesn't blow your guys' ear off. Make some changes! Change the game! There we go. They're my inner thoughts right now. What do you do? What do you say? You know what I mean? Started the half so well. And then an absolute brain dead moment from Tanaka where he knuckleballed it out for a corner. Couldn't defend. We defended the first one, couldn't defend the second one. And then you're relying on him in net. Jelly bean. Soft. O'Brien. You can just see what's coming here. You can see what's fucking coming. Ball played into the box. Why have we just shit ourselves? It has been a better second half, but we're 10 yards deep. Get up the pitch. Do we want to win this game? My God. He's making 3 changes. Well done. Reactive manager. Can you not be proactive? Better second. I mean, look at Swansea. They've got nothing to play for. Look at this. They've got 4 players pressing Leeds' back line. Unbelievable. James gets nailed. Free kick. Jimmy clipping you up as we speak. I know, mate. I know. Who's on? Mr. Reactive, who's he bringing on? Ramazani there, is he? Right, okay. Bring safety off. Junior Firpo's on. Look at what he's got on his bench, by the way. Look at what he's got on his bench. Look at what he's got on his bench. Unbelievable. International after international after international. If I don't see Aronson's number going up, there we go. Thank the frigging Lord. Well done. Brought his best mate off. Thank God. Right, come on, Joseph. Just come on. So presumably perusing the 10. This is really worrying. This performance is really, really, really worrying. Has to be said. My mind has switched at the minute. It really has. This has been a really poor performance when we didn't need a poor performance. Overall, it's not been good. Second half, we try to get some positives out of it, but mistakes all round again, and it shows nerve. Yellow cards in the first half, bottle in the second half. I can't believe what Tanaka just did. I can't believe Tanaka just knuckleballed it out for a corner. They weren't in the game in the second half. They weren't in the game. Look, we know what happens with the goalkeeper, but that's the manager's choice. He's put that fraud in there all season. He'd be looking to get a game in League One, him. Swear to God, he'd be looking to get a game in League One. And he's playing for Leeds at the top of the Championship, albeit we're not anymore. So we're third now, aren't we? We're third? No, we're second still on goal difference. Fucking hell, man. Oh, Ryan, I'm not going to Wembley again, mate. I'm not doing that again. Been 3 times. Ball played in. Come on. How long we got left? 20 minutes. Come on. See the Leeds fans just Strout. James, go and put it in. Waits for the ball in. Shite ball in. Absolutely shite ball in from Dan James, who's not been good at all, quality-wise. Jesus. I haven't given him it's not me rating him 6.7. We're with the data company, mate. I ain't giving him 6.7. I give him 1.7, 0.7. I give him 0.7 for the penalty save. We all said it, though. We all said the sub should have been at half-time, but they never are. They never are. You know? Okay, here we go. Someone just got nailed. Was it Peru? No, I think it was Rothwell. Ball cleared. Leeds up better already, though. Okay. Ramazani loses it. Swansea have the ball now. Coming away with it. Fulton. Bogle does well. We just look sharper already. It's incredible, isn't it? Bogle coming forward. Need to see some productivity quickly. No, gives it away. Bogle's been poor today as well. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you shooting like that, Jaden? What are you doing? Brain dead decision. You're 30 yards out, Jaden. 25 yards out, but the angle's never there, and you give the ball back to Swansea and then they can time waste if they want. Nodded forward. 15 minutes left. Leeds have to respond. I think we have to win this game, lads. I think we have to win this game. I think we do. I know this sounds mad. I called this in the Premier League when we lost to Palace, right? In the Premier League when we lost to Palace, I got cooked after saying that's it. That's relegation. When we got battered by Palace and the mentality changed. We have to win this game. It's our easiest game. James. Oh my God. Oh my God. The keeper saves it. The keeper saves it. He's cut back on his left again. And the keeper saves it. I thought it had gone in. I thought it had gone in. But this is for me, this is massive. This is a really big game. Lads, I'm not joking. I really believe that. I really believe this is a big game for Leeds United in our season. And as I say, it won't be popular to say that in terms of like, look, we've still got 7 games left. There's twists and turns. I think this game's massive. I really do. For me, this is our easiest, so-called anyway, fixture remaining up there with sort of Stoke. But Stoke have got something to play for as Rothwell kicks. Rothwell's set pieces have been absolutely tragically bad. Look, we cannot go into a final furlong where you've had 10, 11 games left and draw to QPR, lose to Portsmouth, and then draw to Swansea. You can't do that. You cannot do that with what they've got to play for. There's got to be an urgency now. We got 12 minutes left. We've got 12 minutes left. This is massive. Really, really big period this for Leeds United now. Bogle, Rothwell, Tanaka. Good interchanging. Ramazani gets absolutely poleaxed. Leeds are putting loads forward now. Swansea come away with the ball. Leeds win it. Oh, you little dickhead referee! Ref gives it. Franco's on his arse again. Oh my God. Rolling around. Nah. I'm not having this. I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it. And let's not spin it now. Where is it? I'm not having it. We're not starting this now, especially on this channel. Hold on a sec. Don't know where it's gone. We're not starting this. We're not starting the whole narrative right now. We're not starting the whole narrative right now that we didn't do anything in January. We're not having that on this channel because it gives the manager an excuse. The manager in this game should have brought subs on at halftime. There's been arguments for months with Brendan Harris's poor performances that he should have been switcherooed for Nonto, for Ramazani, for Solomon in the 10, for Peru in the 10. There is conversations about a QPR when we didn't have an out-and-out number 9 where the balls were getting fed into the box that you needed number 9 on. He doesn't bring Matteo Joseph on for a mass amount of time. You don't have a spearhead in the attack. Changes afoot 2 up front should have been the tactic that we went for against Portsmouth when they had Marlon Pack at the back. Guys, there are options for this guy. I'm sick of the January conversation when before we're all talking about Leeds having the best squad in the division, but suddenly we then needed to go into the January window and invest loads of money in 3 or 4 players. It's absolute rubbish for me. And I understand football's subjective, but when you've got the players on the bench and you're not utilising rotation, you then cannot say we didn't do enough in January. You can't do it. You've got a guy on the bench in Isaac Schmidt. We mentioned this previously. He's gone away for Switzerland this week, been praised by his manager, got 68 minutes, was, heralded as their player of the match in that game. He gets benched for Sam Byram. You cannot just say, we should have done something in January for me anyway, because it's getting the manager out of the bucket of water, which he should be in when it comes to rotation. 100%. Look, if we want to go down to it, we go down to the goalkeeper. Opportunities to switch him throughout the entire season for Carl Darlow. Mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. He sticks with him. I can't. When you constantly say stuff like the manager should have been helped in January, it gives him the excuse when he has got an Avengers of a squad at Championship level. Sheffield United would die for our depth. Burnley would die for our depth. Sunderland would die for our depth. Coventry would die for our depth. It's not an excuse for me. Not an excuse. Who's he just brought off the bench? Ramazani, Firpo. Is Nonto on the pitch? Nonto's not even on the pitch. Nonto's not on the pitch, is he? This is the array of depth we've got right now. So look, I'm not saying it's done. I'm not saying it's signed, sealed, and delivered. Of course, I'm not. But we all know where. Look, we looked at half time. We all looked at half time. Every single person in this chat was saying it at half time. Every single person. We need to make changes. He doesn't do it. We start the second half better, but it couldn't have got much worse from that first half, could it? But you know. That's where I'm at, Paul. Just get drunk and accept third. No, I'm not there. I'm honestly not there. I'm not there yet mentally anyway. I have to be honest. But I mean, they're just wasting time. Now, this is why it's do you know why? Here's something for you as well. The reason that you have to be clinical, and you have to be efficient going forward, it's because teams can then do this. Teams can then time waste, lads. That's what they can do. So if you're going forward and you're taking the game away from them early enough and not just being reactive and throwing subs on when X, Y, and Z have happened, then you can actually take the game away from them. They're not able to make substitutions because you're more efficient in the final third. And if you're efficient in the final third, fantastic. They're not going to be time wasting. I mean, what's gone on here? Another player of theirs has gone down. Jaden Bogle's gone in. Lewis O'Brien. I mean, look, they're not spending any time playing football now as well. And do you know what the mad thing is as well? I mean, fair play to Swansea, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to have to say it. Swansea, I watched the full game of them against Burnley. The full game. We did a watch-along for it. They didn't turn up. Quiet as a mouse. No tackles. They were pathetic. Burnley were like 4 out of 10 that game. Burnley weren't great. And they scored an early goal as well. They're pressing on every single touch here. They're going down. They're staying. They've got nothing to play for. They're on a different level right now. You know, and fair play to Swansea. Fair bloody play to you. But this is a different Swansea to what I'm watching against Burnley. It's incredible. Ball play forward. Dan James. He's going to get caught. Yeah, he falls over. Bloody, that sums him up. Good opportunity. Falls on his arse. Oh, Jesus. At what stage, Connor, will you say sack Farke? The thing is, mate, we can... The intelligent ones in our fan base can understand, and on my subs, we've got a hell of a lot of them, but my subs, we can all say that for me, all season, right, I've said it's not all black and white with the manager. It's not all black and white. I think there's grey. I think when you look at him at this level, look, he's got successive championship titles. He's accumulated a mass amount of points. At this level, he's a very decent manager and he's a very good option. My problems with him, he's got a lot of positives, Daniel Farke, I think. But this isn't one. He brings Gnonto on in the 85th minute. And we'll still get people online saying it's Willie Gnonto. Willie Gnonto's not performed well, though. 5 minutes. Not performed well. Anyway, with Daniel Farke, it's not all black and white. He's got positives and he's got negatives. There have been grey areas, okay, for me. And you can't really say anything like, get Farke out, do this, that, and the other when we've been performing as well as we've been performing. I don't think it's fair. Ball played in. It's blocked off. It's a corner to Leeds. But his rotation's always been abysmal for me. It's always been really, really poor. And I don't think it gives confidence in players. We can go all the way back to last season with Jed Spence and Connor Roberts. Now, Leeds fans, because of Daniel Farke dumping off Jed Spence, hate Jed Spence. They don't like Jed Spence because of the manager saying that, it didn't quite work out. And some Leeds fans have took this narrative that he's just not a good dude or whatever. Now he's performing so well for Swansea and Connor Roberts is doing really well for Burnley. Ball whipped in. Header, good save. Yeah! Look who it is, baby! Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. But back to what I was saying. Thank the frigging Lord. But back to what I was saying. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. But it's not black and white with him. It's not black and white with him. There's grey in there with Daniel Farke. There's a big grey area. This is why I don't say sack him, because there is a big grey area. But right now, he's got all the tools at his disposal for Leeds United to win the league. Header saved by the goalkeeper. Willie Gnonto. That's what we like. Bang! Drilled in. You love to look at this. What a finish. Have that, son. Smash. There's your quality. There's your quality. Will we ever see him start for Leeds again? Who knows? Strout with a header. Saved. Bang. Foot like a shotgun. 2-1 Leeds. Get in there. Come on. 2-1. Willie Gnonto with an absolute thunder, you know what. Great finish. Oh. Scott, that's where we're at, mate. That's where we're at. See what I mean, mate? Now, this is going to be heralded. This is where my frustration lies. You see, because you'll get people in the chat going, what were you saying, Connor? What were you saying? Imagine if Gnonto was on 20 minutes earlier. Imagine if Gnonto was on at half time. Imagine. Do you see what we're trying to say here? Do you see what we're trying to say? Imagine if we had some of these players on. And this is why I will not say, you know, when we're looking at it, I cannot say, oh, we should have done stuff in January. Look what we're bringing off the bench. Willie Gnonto, Ramazani, Firpo. You can bring Schmidt, Joseph. It's a joke. It's a joke. Other teams can't bring that depth on. They just can't. So this is kind of what we're doing. But it is LUFC 19 2020's bang on. He's out of jail there. Out of jail with Willie. You know? He has got out of jail, though. Massively. This is Leeds United, man. Leeds United. Save that. That's massive, though. Will, thank you, Gnonto. Get in. Nicholas. I mean, listen, we're not changing stuff here, but we're going to keep Nicholas's comment on screen there. But, mate, is there a muscle fit? Bash. No, mate. Yeah, just get us a large. That'd be nice, thanks. Ball played in. Over the bar from Swansea. What a finish that was from Gnonto. That was a brilliant one, innit? Kept it down. There's your quality. There's your quality. I do think that's a saver, though. Look, that is a. He said, do you know who he saved as well? Illan Meslier. He saved him again. Pure Dumb Look says, Martin R. Farker out. Get Farker out. Says, Luton will mash you up. Luton won't mash us up, mate, if we actually play certain people and freshen this up going forward, because it needs freshening up. And I understand it's game state, but you look at the difference. But it is this does. You look at this game and you think how reliant he is all of a sudden on certain on players coming off the bench. But yeah, that's Gnonto on the bench anyway, isn't it? Because Aaronson's scored, you see. This is why I said it's the best and the worst thing. Because it's good for Brendan, but it's the worst thing as well, because Willie Gnonto won't start now. Ramazani's just going to get nowhere near it as well. But Mellier's been let off the hook. And Farker's been let off the hook. 100%. But we should be seeing out this game, man. We should be seeing it out with what we've got on the pitch. But it's been a nervy performance. Nervy performance. Here we go. Yeah, you're right, mate. It's had about 12 minutes all season. I bet you weren't saying that, mate, pre-injury. Bet you weren't saying it pre-injury. But look, it is what it is. You know, look, you might be right. I disagree with you fully, but 7 minutes added on. I think the thing is, like, you'll have seen Burnley with a routine win today, and that's a good win for Burnley. It's a really, really good win for Burnley. Yeah, 1-0 full time. It's a right win, that, for Burnley. As Sheffield United fans in the chat will know that, you know, beating Bristol at home, they're just not going away, Burnley. They're just getting stronger. Look at us now sitting back. Sitting back and we can't defend. It's a good moment, that, but Ramazani gets skinned. He's not doing anything for me, is he? He's not doing anything for me. Skinned. Firpo. Firpo's look good when he's come on. Ramazani. Oh, see in a bit. Ramazani nutmegs someone. Tries to go forward. No forward options, though. Loses the ball. Hesitates on it. Oh, and it's a needed tackle, that. Tanaka's going to get a book in here. Ramazani skips past someone there and then didn't have to... Norwich 1, West Brom 0. Stashy Ramazani skipped past someone, mate. Skipped past someone and no one was there. So, yeah, not ideal from him awareness-wise, you're right. But, come on. Where's the 7 minutes coming from? Couldn't... Oh, man. I think he's a worry in the running. How worrying is that keeper in the running? My God. Guys, as well, stay with me on the match reaction, by the way. We're going to get loads of your thoughts in, so let me know. Get your thoughts in the comment section. I think this is going to be a bit of a heated one. But yeah, let me know in the comment section in obviously the instant match reaction. Come over and see us on there, and we're going to be getting into it. Moving forward. Rice says Burnley will win it for me. Ball played in. It could be an 18-19 situation, couldn't it, based on this? Ball played in. Nonso. No one further forward. There's no one there. No one. Needs help. Nonso. Bogle. Ramazani. Should get a free kick there. Doesn't get a free kick. W socket. Yeah. Oh my God. Nearly at the back post. No, we haven't, Sujal. We haven't. 4 left. 4 on the clock. He can't take credit for this, by the way. He cannot take credit. Played Swansea team at home with nothing to play for. It's not, for me, this isn't about, is it character when you should be winning this game? It's one of your easier games left. Is it character? I'm worried after this afternoon, everyone. I am. I'm hoping this is just a off performance, but I really thought we'd come here and this would be a quite simple performance for us. Not because I'm arrogant, because, it was just one of those, I just thought we'd come back, we'd be in our flow state a little bit. We'd have too much quality for a team we've got nothing to play for. It has to be said. It's worried me a bit, this. And maybe it's because I'm just watching the game live and we're going through the emotions, and on the instant match reaction, we'll be doing the same. But it just worries me a bit. Swansea free kick. It's just like us being so deep here, isn't it? And just like looking just so nervy. Leeds win the. It's like all hands to the pump, isn't it? It's like Leeds are just like, oh my God, right, like let's time waste, let's do this, that, and the other. It's like you kind of want us to be more comfortable here, Yeah, it's not ideal, mate. It's not ideal. Ball played in. Right, we'll see you on the instant match reaction.